Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, the Trails in the Sky remake demo came out last week. I experienced that demo on stream. It's been a few days since I finished it, so I've had some time to let my thoughts on it simmer and marinate here. But before getting into that, the other day I saw something that could potentially be concerning, and I hope what I saw doesn't become a prominent thing. And just in case, I'm going to bring this up. So, I saw a comment on Reddit saying that the best way to experience the Sky remake is to play the original games first. Now, again, I say this just in case, but if anyone here is watching this who has not played a Trails game and is interested in this Sky remake, please go out there and play the demo. Falcom's main goal of this remake is to get newcomers into the series. I don't think that comment like I saw on Reddit will become commonplace, but if it does, oh god, I really hope people interested in this remake just simply play it, without getting turned off by the super hardcore elitists in this community. Now with all that out of the way, let's get down to business. There's a few things I want to talk about with this Sky remake demo, and first up to bat are the visuals. Falcom have been improving in the visuals department at a very rapid rate in recent years, and this Sky remake is so far the pinnacle of that. This is the best looking game Falcom has ever made. Now, I'm not one to put a lot of stock in how a game looks, but I know that visuals are extremely important to many people out there, and I don't think anybody will be disappointed with how this game looks. Yeah, I think even the most hardcore graphics whores out there won't have much if anything to complain about here. And I thought the character models and animations were really clean in Horizon, but Falcom stepped it up even further beyond for this one. So yeah, the Sky remake looks incredible, and I think this alone will draw many new eyes to the game. Next, it's time to talk about the gameplay. So starting with Daybreak, Falcom introduced the hybrid battle system, mixing action and turn-based. This first dive into the system, while fun, was certainly lacking, especially on the action side of things. But we all know with Falcom it does not take long for them to start refining things, and Daybreak 2 was a massive upgrade in the gameplay department. And then Falcom showed us even more mastery of this system in Horizon. I would say the gameplay in Daybreak 1 was good, it was great in Daybreak 2, and then it was amazing in Horizon. I'm very happy to report that so far with this demo, the gameplay in this Sky remake is on that amazing tier with Horizon. The action combat is fast, simple, and addicting, just like Ys. But then the transition into the turn-based mode is seamless and extremely satisfying. I know many people haven't played Horizon yet, but I'm glad Falcom went with a little bit of a different direction with this remake to make it feel different than the Calvert Art combat. It just feels really good to play, and I think this gameplay will surprise many new people. No one does it like Nihon Falcom. One thing so far that I'm also glad about is the difficulty. Falcom has kept that good healthy challenge from the Nightmare Mode difficulty that Horizon brought back to the series. I got my ass kicked by the boss battles in this demo, and I couldn't be happier about that. I wouldn't be surprised if Trails veterans end up playing this game on hard or normal mode instead, this time around. So in conclusion, the gameplay is incredible so far. I'm massively looking forward to the rest of the dungeons and boss battles in September. Hopefully I have the silver will for one of them in particular. Now it's time to talk about the music. Ever since 2019, the overall music quality from Falcom has dropped considerably. To make a long story short, Falcom have dug themselves into a hole for their music staff. They only got 2 internal composers working at the company. Since Falcom release at least 1 game a year, they need a lot of music tracks. In order to have those tracks to keep up with their release schedule, they rely on a lot of outsourcing. There's 2 main musicians Falcom outsources to, Yukihiro Jindo and Mitsuo Singa. Jindo has over 20 years of work for Falcom, and he and his group put out fantastic music. However, Falcom's tight budgets mean they can't hire him too much. Enter Mitsuo Singa. Not only are his costs much cheaper, but he's also really fast at what he does. Singa has effectively become Falcom's main composer since 2019. And to put it nicely, his arrangements are hit or miss. I'm happy to report that so far in this demo, there hasn't been a single track from Singa yet. Now hopefully for the entire game, Singa's work is kept to a minimum. Singa has shown when he is allowed to focus and put more time in his tracks, his work is actually good. Enough about Singa though. The arrangements of the classic Trails in the Sky are excellent here. It's been so good to hear the music in this game so far. And so, with fantastic gameplay, visuals, and music, yeah, this is shaping up to be a legendary game. Now, one thing I didn't talk about was the story, and well, I've played the original Trails in the Sky, so I already know the story's great. I think unless Falcom pulls off a Tetsuya Nomura FF7, there's nothing to worry about in that department. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, check out my other uploads. And also, I stream very frequently on this channel, so if you see me live, don't be shy, come on down and say hi. Other than that, just the classic is in order. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you around, have a good one, peace.